You are Indrajit, right?
Yes, sir. I am Indrajit and I am from West Bengal.
You're from West Bengal. Okay. So my name is Vivek. I'm from Kerala, but I stay in Mumbai. Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay. So I think I've seen one of your session videos on YouTube. Might not be yours. I'm not sure. I
Yes,
think so.
yes. I have a YouTube
Okay.
channel.
All right. Okay. Great. So how has it been with Clapingo so far? Has it helped you?
Clapingo is really awesome, and my English is improving with the help of Clapingo.
Okay.
So it is really great platform.
All right. So you've had a good experience so far, I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
An amazing experience.
All right. That's wonderful. So yeah, do you have any questions for me before we start?
No, I did not receive any document.
You didn't receive the session doc. Okay, no problem. So I'll walk you through the one that I got. So
Okay,
I know
sure.
you haven't had any time to prepare, but we try and go through it as best as possible.
Yes,
Is that okay?
sure.
Okay, great. So just a couple of things I want to tell you about my sessions. They're not very big deal, so don't worry.
Okay.
First is that, please don't call me sir or anything. It gets very embarrassing when people do that. So
Okay.
my name is Vivek. So please stick to calling me Vivek. Okay. Second thing, feedback is okay for you, right?
Yeah.
Like if
sure.
I mention, all right, great.
Sure.
I don't think you'll need it, but if at all I find anything, I'll.
Yeah. Whenever you find any mistake of my speaking skill, then and there you interrupt me and you can correct me.
Okay. I won't interrupt you. I'll let you just finish that flow of thought. I'll write it down and then I will let you know. Okay. Okay. Great. And if at all you feel that I'm speaking too fast or I'm using any words or anything which you don't understand, you interrupt me and you stop me right away. Okay. That is not a problem.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. So the session document that we have today is on traditions and culture. So have you done that one before?
No, tradition and culture. No, I have not gone through it.
All right. Fine. No problem. Are you okay with that topic? Is it tough, easy, fine?
It is okay. I am okay with this.
All right, fine. So what do you understand, say, by traditions and culture? Do you know the difference between the two? Like if you can give an example or something?
No, I want to know the difference between tradition and culture.
Okay, fine. So I'll try and give you a simple example, okay? So traditions is more of the smaller picture. So it's a set of practices that have been, handed down from generation to generation. So something that your parents have told you, that their parents have told them. Culture
is going on. Like tradition is going on.
It is practices that small practices that have been handed down from generation to generation. Okay. Culture is the bigger picture. Okay. So our culture, defines our traditions. So I'll give you a simple example of that. Okay. So for example, when we go to somebody's house or when we go to a temple, we remove our footwear, right? Like we remove the slippers before we enter. So that is a tradition. Okay. Now, why is that a tradition? It is because it is part of our culture to be respectful. Okay. So I hope you're able to understand the,
Yes.
So that is just a very crude, rough example, but I hope the basic idea is clear to you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that is just for the understanding purposes. So you said you're from West Bengal, so we can speak about either the Bengali culture or we can speak about the Indian culture. So whatever prompts are there, you can speak based on either one. Okay, either of your state or of the country. It's up to you. Okay. Okay, great. So what do you like about? Let's talk about the Bengali culture. What are some things that you like about the Bengali culture? Anything that you can think of?
I like about the Bengali culture, that is, we love desserts. If we get after, and especially rasgulla. Rasgulla is really famous in West Bengal, and we love to eat after lunch or dinner.
Okay.
If there is a one piece of rasgulla, then the day or the meal would become very fantastic.
Okay. Okay. So you love the fact that there are desserts that are part of the meal.
Desserts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
And yeah, we do respect the elders one, and we do respect our our tradition, and also whatever the elders teach or say, we do respect.
Okay, fine. So, fine. You like the fact that you are very respectful to your elders, and fine.
And
So,
also, yeah, one thing I have to mention that we love to live together
okay.
in
So,
family, or
like
so we
joint
have
family.
a large family. Yes, we love to be joint family.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, like you stay with a joint family, so you have multiple family members where you stay.
Yes, yes. I live with my uncle and aunt, as well as elder uncle and elder aunt, and also with my grandmother.
Okay. Okay, that's very nice. So, must be like a very full household. It must be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Okay. So, what about, say, something? So, we've spoken about the Bengali culture. So, is there anything in particular about, say, any other state, or forget state, any other country's culture which has seemed, very appealing to you or very interesting to you? Anything that you can think of?
No, I did not think any interesting. But yeah,
Okay.
every country has different culture. I do all the respect from all the cultures they have.
Okay. So, have you met someone from, say, another state? Like I am from a different state, so you met me now. But apart from that, have you had like a conversation with anybody else from a different background about their culture or traditions or anything like that? Can you remember something like that? Has it happened?
I I have met a lot of tutors from different countries, but I did not talk about the culture.
Okay, okay, no problem. These are just prompts that are there in the session documents, so I'm just randomly
Okay,
asking you.
okay.
Okay, okay. So you said you interacted with people from different countries. So what have you liked about that? What are some of the good things that you've come across?
In my opinion, they are very smart.
Very smart.
Yes, and also they are punctual, so they always try to give value to the time, and also sometimes I became late for due to network issues, so they they are just okay with that, but they correct me that you should be punctual, you should give the value of time, because time has a great value.
Okay. And what do you not like? Is there anything you didn't like?
No, I like.
I like everything.
Yes.
Okay. So when you say different countries, any say which all countries, like if you can think of, that you've interacted with, people from where all?
From USA, sometimes from UK, Australia.
Okay, that's very nice. So you've traveled the world without traveling the world, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's great. So what about their accents? Like, are you able to understand the way they speak completely?
Nowadays, I can understand the accent, the pace of their delivering speech. Now I can understand, but at the beginning, I was not able such like me like now. So
okay, so you used to struggle a little bit initially to understand what they were trying.
But now I can understand totally.
Okay, so
tempo.
Okay, so do you like their accent? Do you want to speak like them?
Yes, obviously. But I like Indian English because I am Indian, so every country has different accent. So yes, it is like a culture of India. I want to say that Indian accent is different.
Yeah, it is unique, right? Like it's special to us. Yes.
Yeah, it's really special to us.
Okay. So we've spoken about what we like about our culture, what we like about foreign cultures. Anything that you don't like about our culture?
Anything. One thing I dislike in my country, that is the temperature. This is the temperature. Because in summer we are really it is growing extremely.
Okay. So is it summer now in West Bengal? How is the temperature now?
Yes, it is summer, and the temperature is up to now today is 39 degrees Celsius.
Yikes. Okay.
So hot.
I mean, I don't know. Please stay under fans. Please drink lots of water because it's terrible. Okay.
Yes.
So that you don't like. So what about? So one thing I personally don't like about our culture is, we have a lot of superstitions and a lot of taboos
Oh
and things like
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Superstitions. There are a lot of
So
superstitions.
yeah. So do you follow? Are you a superstitious person?
Actually, not. I believe God. I believe in God, that one Almighty, that it is like a hope. So that when everything has been lost, then hope is the something that we can go further in my life for
Okay.
the sake of hope. So for that, the hope is, in my case, the hope is God the Almighty. But I really do not believe any superstitions.
Okay. So you believe in one God. You don't believe there are different, like a
No,
Hindu God, a Muslim
no.
God, and all those things.
I
You don't.
just believe all in one.
Okay. So there's like
But
a higher power.
yes, as I am Hindu, so I have maintained some regulation, some rules and regulation. But inwardly, I believe the one and only God, Almighty One.
Okay. So your family must be disagreeing to that, right? I mean, to a certain extent.
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. So do you get into arguments with your family?
No, because they are really elders, so I just avoid this type of situation.
Okay.
I just
So,
avoid.
all right, that's a good practice. But just coming back to one of the first things you said, you said you respect the word of elders, which is one of the best parts about your culture.
Yes, that's why
So,
I want to avoid this thing, argument.
okay. But sometimes, because they are coming from an old-fashioned system of beliefs, they may not exactly be right. Now, I don't want to get too political here, but in such a situation, so
Yeah,
for example,
sometimes they are not really right. It is a hard truth that sometimes they are not, because time has already changed a lot, right? So
yes,
it is
yes,
2021. So, and on in their case, 19 mindset, something is different.
yeah,
Is it not like us now?
yeah, it was not.
Minds, yes. So that's why
Okay,
sometimes it is about to happen argument.
okay. So you still don't argue, like even when you know they are wrong, you prefer to stay quiet. Is that
Yes.
what you? Okay, fair enough. So we spoke about that. Fine. So have you been confused by someone from a different culture, the kind of weird things they do? Have you found it weird? Maybe things that people from certain other cultures do.
Where things, yeah, because I found some people believe such superstitions. So this is really horrible.
Okay.
Because I do not find any scientific reason behind this,
Okay.
or any reason behind this. So they just follow it blindly.
Yeah. So you don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
Okay. Fine. So I mean, I can give you one example. So in most of the South Indian, the southern states, basically, there is a practice that when you go to temples, not only do you have to remove your footwear, you also have to remove, like for the men, obviously, you have to remove your shirt or t-shirt as well. So this is probably new to you. This is
Yeah,
probably a very strange, yeah, because
this is very
when,
strange to me.
yeah, so there is no rationale, there's no logical reasoning as to why this is still going on. So once upon a time, the reason is, uh, in South India, they used to wear, a dhoti. That was their only, upper garment. So to remove that was very simple. So, there were no shirts. It was just a dhoti. So to remove that was a sign of respect. But even now, people who, are extremely educated and extremely qualified continue to follow a practice which makes no sense.
Yes, and it is the first time I hear from you, because
Yeah,
I
you
really
didn't
did
know.
not know it.
Yeah, so it's quite strange because when I came to Mumbai for the first time, and here one of the most famous temples is Siddhi Vinayak temple. You might have heard of it. So yeah, so when I was about to go to the temple, so naturally, you know, because of the habit, I was about to remove my shirt, and people are looking at me very weirdly, like, what are you doing here?
Oh.
So yeah, it's just you know, the different kinds of mindset that people have. I just wanted to give you an example of that. So we've spoken about things you like, things you don't like. So one thing that you'd like to change about your culture?
Being Bengali, no, I
Nothing.
really do not change
Okay.
anything in my culture.
Okay. So you are vegetarian or non-vegetarian? You must be having fish, I guess.
I am non-vegetarian, but I try to be vegetarian sometimes for being good, for keeping good health. But I am
Okay.
non-vegetarian.
You're by choice, you're a non-vegetarian. Okay. So there are some cultures that you know, prevent you know, eating these things. So you take, you know, Jains, for example, you take Marwadis. So all of these cultures, it is kind of forbidden to eat non-veg because, you know, the animals are revered and things like that. So let's hypothetically assume that you were born to one of those families. You're either a Jain or a Marwadi or something like that. But you like non-veg. Okay. So on a personal level, you like non-veg, but your family forbids you from eating it. So in that kind of a situation, what would you do? Would you listen to them? Or would you?
In that situation, maybe my mindset uh, would be uh, like would be molded up in that way, so that we do not want to eat any
Okay.
non-veg food.
Okay. Okay. So
Maybe
you think
I
that?
think, because it is really hypothetical, so maybe I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So
Because
we have about.
I have seen a lot of people in my West Bengal, that in my culture, that they do not eat mutton. So
Okay.
they try to keep their children to avoid mutton. I
Okay.
have seen a lot of times. So that's why
Okay.
I told
Okay. So do the children listen generally?
Somehow they can manage to
Okay.
force to listen.
Okay. Okay. Right. Fair enough. So we have about a couple of minutes before the session winds up. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of ran out of time. So anything you'd like to ask before we wind up? I'll give you some feedback. But any questions?
So are you from Maharashtra, right? Mumbai.
No, I'm from Kerala. But
originally from Kerala, but
yeah, I stay in Mumbai. I have stayed in Mumbai for the past 10 years or so.
May I ask a question, that why are you living in Mumbai?
Yeah. So my father works in State Bank. So State Bank is, you know, transfer, all public sector. Yeah. So his assignments have been in Mumbai for the past decade or so. So yeah, I stay with him. So yeah, that's why I'm in Mumbai.
And one thing I have to tell that the Clapingo support team, we admires about him. So that's why I just make a reservation with you, and you are really a great tutor. I believe.
Okay. I don't know why they have that impression. I'm glad that you have that impression. So I am relatively new here. Actually, I've been here for only 2 months, I think now. So that is where I saw your YouTube video, I think. So before I joined, I was doing some background research. So I think, yeah. So it was great to meet you. As far as feedback goes, there are very minor things. There's not a lot to say. Sometimes the tenses issues are coming in. So when you're speaking about something that happened in the past, make sure that you're sticking to the past. They're very minor. Okay. So if you speak 10 sentences, it might be coming in one. But I've noted it down, so I'm telling you. So just try and bear attention to that. Otherwise, it is fine. You are speaking very confidently. You're smiling, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
And as I said, you know, I've seen your earlier sessions. So compared to that, there is significant improvement. So that is also fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is great to see. So please keep practicing. You know, I hope you get that accent that you wanted, the foreign accent that you wanted. And
India, one thing I want to know from you that how do you learn English language? Are you from English background or English medium school?
Yeah, so my English, my schooling has been from English medium. My education has been from English medium schools throughout. But more than studying, the thing is, my family, my father and my father's father have been very involved in watching English movies. So right from when I was a baby, I've grown up watching a lot of English movies. So that just naturally exposes me to, the language and things like that. Also, when I watch sports, the commentary is always in English. So yeah, that is something that I tell. Like generally, when I tell beginners, the best way to improve it is to do it through things you like. Okay, so when people ask me, like I don't like reading, so what can I do? So people generally tend to give advice, read big novels, read editorial sections of newspapers and all that. But the problem with that is it feels like you are punishing yourself. If you don't like something, so as opposed to that, if you're doing it, so if I like sports and I'm watching sports or reading about sports, it doesn't feel like I'm doing homework. I hope you're able to.
So you have a lot of interest.
So I read. So even my reading is restricted to things I like reading about. So whatever genres of novels I like reading about, I read only those. So maybe instead of reading just one book, I may be reading 10 books in the same time. They'll be all the same type of books, so that my interest is still there. Okay. So you can try it. I mean, I don't know, it might work wonders for you as well. So yeah, anything else?
No, it's okay. It was really lovely to meet you.
Yeah, it was fantastic to meet you as well. It was a great session. All the best for your upcoming sessions.
And hope to see you soon again.
Okay, sure. I'll be here. You too. You take care as well. Okay, and please stay safe during the heat and during Corona. Okay. So have a nice. Thank you. Have a nice day.